It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Kenny as we quarantine tonight. It's time to bring the Clorox and put your mask on tight. It's time to get things started as we quarantine tonight. I'm tired of watching Netflix. I wish I could go out. And I've been eating so much, I've turned into a mouth. Ha! It's time to play the music, and let's all light the lights.
And now let's get things started.
Okay, I guess I'll get things started on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, confrontational. It's Quarantine with Kenny Show! Ha 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 ha! Oh God. Oh God. I don't know what happened. But I'll tell you what. I'm glad to be here now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Quarantine with Kenny. I'm so glad that you guys are here. This is it. Live from Nashville, Tennessee. Once again, here we are in this strange world that we find ourselves with, but that's okay because we're trying to have the best time that we possibly can with it. My name is Kenny, the Animal Foster, your host from coast to coast to coast to coast. And I'm so glad that you guys are here. It's been a fantastic run. What a crazy week. We got some sunshine here in Nashville. I hope it's sunny where you are. I hope that you guys are safe and feeling well and just enjoying yourself. Anyway, let's get to it. This is a great show. I can't wait to talk to this particular gal. And let me tell you a little bit about her before we bring her on. So she's a native of Weyburn, Saskatchewan. Okay. She's been writing and performing since she was 13. Great job. Way to get a head start on all of us. Good job. But anyway, she made her first TV experience here on The Bachelor in 2018. And she sang a song, Moment of Weakness, which led her to a deal with Reviver Records. It's crazy. It's been fast because then she came back and performed on The Bachelor in 2019 with the song I Hate This, which hit #1 on the US and Canada iTunes charts, which is freaking phenomenal. Thank you so much. No, and 31 million streams altogether. She was a Pandora artist to watch, a CMT must-see indie, and she was named a Rolling Stones Top 10 You Need to Know, which is a pretty good list, I hear. Anyway, she had her Opry debut last September. She put out a record at the beginning of 2020, but now she's stuck in quarantine like the rest of us, and it's insane. So anyway, please make a longer. Please, Miss Tenille Arts. How are you, Tenille Arts? Is everything okay going today?
Hey! Oh my gosh. Another day in quarantine. It's been great. How are you?
Yeah, breathing, moving around, just trying to keep it fun. You know what I mean? So, hey, what have you been doing? What are you up to? Are you in Nashville quarantined right now?
Yeah, I'm in Nashville right now, and I was actually at the C2C festival over in Europe and the UK right before all of this stuff happened. So I flew back to the US, and I've pretty much been in my apartment here since I got back.
That's amazing. Because that's 2 months ago now at this point, right?
I know. Yeah, it's been a long time, and I've just been trying to stay busy doing random things. You know, thankfully we do have, you know, Instagram Live and stuff, so that's been taking up some of my time, and doing random crafts, bedazzling things, you know, just everything.
Have you binged anything? Have you watched anything in particular you got stuck on?
Yeah, on Hulu I watched Little Fires Everywhere.
Okay. So it's good. I need to check it out.
There's only one season. It just came out, but yeah, it was really good. So I would recommend watching that. But
okay, thank you so much.
I definitely watched Tiger King and like all of the like shows that were super like trendy there for a second. But.
Well, it was required watching for everybody, I think. It's the thing that brought us all together.
Yeah.
Another weird world, right? So you're like, we're already stuck in something we're not used to, and then we should watch something we're really not used to.
Yeah. Oh man, I was like perfect timing. I don't know if they planned. Like,
There's no way. There's no way.
It was crazy. Good timing though.
So hey, you said arts and crafts. Like, what kind of arts and crafts? I don't.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Are you gonna show us something?
So I bedazzled this whole guitar.
Whoa! Did you put the lacquer on it and everything?
No. So I used like an industrial strength glue. So I didn't I didn't cover it on top, but
Sure.
all of those are individual crystals. So
Whoa.
yeah, it took me a long time, but thankfully I had time.
Do you have tweezers or something, or like how did you get? Because those are really small.
Yeah, so I had tweezers and like had to flip them all over so that they were the right side up, and then I would put a line of glue and go in and just like there's a little, I don't know what they call it, like it's almost like it's got a little squishy part on the end of the pen, and you can like pick them up one by one and put them on there. So yeah, it took a long time.
Are you a regular at Michael's or Hobby Lobby? Like, do they know you by?
Yeah.
That's really good.
I'm there a lot.
I am not crafty in any way, but about as close to craft as I get is craft beer, which is amazing, by the way. So do you have, what are you looking forward to most during, like with this whole thing being over, getting back to normal? Obviously, getting back on the road and touring and supporting this record, but is there anything else in particular like that you're really jonesing to do first thing you do?
First thing, I mean, I just want to be able to go out and like go for a drink with my friends, because actually a lot of my friends here in Nashville ended up going back to Canada as soon as all this stuff started. Yeah, so I've literally just been hanging out with my boyfriend and his roommates, and that's like it. Like those are the only people that I've seen. So it's kind of like, I think I'm just looking forward to like, you know, actually wearing nice clothes and going somewhere and like just having a night out.
Do you have a hot spot? Is there like one spot you're like, man, I miss this place, it's my local? Or
I mean, not really. So I had this weird like celebratory thing that I used to go, like anytime I had like an album release or like played on The Bachelor or whatever it was, I would go to Jack Brown's. Yeah. And unfortunately, you know, they were a part of the tornado damage and stuff. So I'm just like, I hope that they come back somehow, because I'm like obsessed with that place. And so.
Well, it's a little divey, it's a little woodsy. Is that Canadian? Does that remind you of home a little bit, or?
I guess so, maybe. I don't know. But I just like, if I'm gonna eat a burger, like it has to be like, I get the crazy one with like the mac and cheese and like all of that stuff, because I'm like, if I'm gonna eat it, I'm gonna really do this. So yeah.
Well, good on you. Hey, so before all this started this week, a few fans wrote in some questions to ask you, so I'm gonna hit you with those right now. Okay, you ready? Right. This one's a little fun. If you could be a pizza, not a burger, maybe we should change it to burger. If you could be a pizza, what kind of pizza would you be?
Okay, I'm obsessed with Desano's. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, so good.
And there's a pizza that has those, it's like, they're tiny little meatballs, and then they have the little red peppers on them. And I'm like, I like that little bit of spice, so I feel like I would be that pizza.
Is it the Diavola? Is that what you're getting?
Maybe. I've never actually figured out. I'm just like, I know where it is on the menu.
Third one down now. In my face. Okay, great. So everybody who hasn't been to Nashville, Desano is they've got 3 wood fire ovens. They're all named after cities in Italy, I believe, or names of ships in Columbus. I don't know. I'm making it up at this point. But you definitely go to Desano's. Picnic tables, very chill hang, any day of the week. And it was BYOB for a while. Man, that was a lot of fun. But it's not that fun. Okay, so here's another one. What album by another artist has inspired you most?
Ooh, I would have to throw it back to probably some of the early Dixie Chicks albums. I don't know if I would be able to pick just one, but I feel like, I just grew up listening to that, and it definitely, like singing along with Natalie, definitely shaped my voice.
That's cool.
How I sing, and just their lyrics. Like Wide Open Spaces is one of my all-time favorite songs, because I grew up like, you know, on a wheat farm, and it's just like, that's kind of, it's
room to make big mistakes. Yeah, man, I get that. I feel that right here. That's I was a DC fan as well. Don't tell anybody, but I really want something to it. So this is a cool one. I like this one a lot. What have you learned about yourself since you started traveling for work? So
Ooh.
you had to move. Yeah, cool, right?
So one thing that I did as soon as I started radio tour, I knew I was going to be going to all of these like states that I have never been to before. I mean, before radio tour, I had been to Tennessee and Florida. Like that was kind of the extent.
So the
Besides
best
like,
of the best, obviously.
yeah, besides like North Dakota because it was like the border of
Florida,
Saskatchewan.
Florida.
But I kind of made it a point to try different food or like whatever the local food was in every single place. So I have discovered that I'm a very adventurous eater now. I probably,
Awesome.
yeah, like growing up, I just kind of ate like meat and potatoes, you know, whatever my mom made.
Sure.
And now I got to try like all of these really cool things. Like, I mean, I can't even think of one thing right. I tried jellyfish. Like, what?
Yeah. How was that?
It was really cool. It was a very interesting texture. Like it looks like it's gonna be like a noodle, and then you eat it, and it's like crunchy. So it's weird.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Freaking fantastic. I have not had jellyfish in my travels, mainly because I think they hate me. I have definitely been stung by more jellyfish than I care to talk about. Having random strangers pee on my leg because my bladder was empty, you know, just really, really fun experiences. So maybe I should eat one just to get back at these jerks. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'll tell you what. Well, one time, a weird jellyfish story. Now you've got me on the side. So I was in Puerto Rico, and there's this place on the south side of the island called Boquerón, and it has a phosphorescent bay. Have you heard about these or seen these?
I feel like once you explain it, I probably have.
Yeah.
But
So it's little like photoplankton or bacteria they end up eating, and they emit bright lights when they're agitated because they're see-through. And so anyway, they're floating all in the water. And so if you ride on a boat or you catch a jellyfish, like there's photoplankton in the wake, and so it looks like you've got ground effects on your boat as you're driving.
oh my
And
gosh.
then if you pick up a jellyfish straight out of the water, it's glowing like inside and out because you can see through it. It's freaking cool. So definitely, they have them all over the world, but that's just the one that I've been to. Really, really cool. Love jellyfish,
cool.
but I hate jellyfish. You know what I mean?
Actually, I was stung by little tiny ones. I was swimming in the ocean, and like the water looked a little bit murky, and I was like,
okay.
ow, I feel like there's something like hurting. And when I got out of the water, I had like little tiny like strips of like, it had to have been like baby jellyfish. I couldn't see them, but
So, oh dang, like maybe they just lashed you or something, like you caught a leg or something.
yeah,
Oh,
I don't know, but it hurt, and it like
the worst.
for like a couple weeks after, like it doesn't just go away. Like anytime that I like, you know, it like got itchy or something, if I scratched it, like all of those little dots would like show up
Come
again.
back.
Yeah.
Dang. You got it bad, girl.
Yeah.
So anyway, every week on the show we highlight one particular organization that if anybody wants to donate to, and this week you had a special tie to, I believe, the Cystic Fibrosis of Canada. So that's who we ended up picking. They're a national charitable organization committed to finding a cure for cystic fibrosis, internationally recognized leader in founding innovation in clinical care, and they've invested more than $261 million in research, which is insane. Do you know these folks? Have you done events with these folks? Or
Yeah, so it kind of goes way back to when I was about 15 years old. I was like an assistant dance teacher at a dance studio in my hometown, just like with the really little kids, helping them, you know, just keep them in line and stuff.
keeping Wayburn special. I get it. Oh no.
You know, a family member of one of the girls came up to me and was like, we're doing a fundraiser for cystic fibrosis, and we know that you play, and we would love to have you be one of our musical guests. So I honestly had no clue what cystic fibrosis was at the time. And I went to this fundraiser and played a few songs, and then this little girl, I mean, she was, gosh, she had to have been 5 or 6 years old at the time. And she gets up there and she starts explaining what cystic fibrosis is. And she's so small, and you're just like, I learned so much about it that day, and just about how much it affects the lungs and the digestive system. And, you know, one of the most fascinating things is that they say it feels like they're breathing through a straw all the time. And if you've ever tried to breathe through a straw, it is like you so quickly feel like you cannot catch a breath. And that's how they feel. And so there's no known cure for cystic fibrosis right now, but they are coming up with some really, really amazing treatments and drugs that work for certain people with, you know, different kinds of cystic fibrosis. So yeah, so it's amazing. I've been so fortunate to be a part of that. They just kind of took me in, and I've done a ton of fundraisers for them, and they even asked me to record a song called Breathe that was written by a guy who had cystic fibrosis, and it's all about living with it. And so it's just become a really, really near and dear thing to my heart. And May is actually Cystic Fibrosis Awareness Month, so it's perfect.
Well, look at us. We're so on topic. Thank you so much for bringing that to us. I really appreciate it. And if anybody would think about wanting to know more or giving a donation to this organization, we will have a link in the bio. And if you know someone that has it, then maybe have them check out their resources as well. I'm sure there's a way that they can help. So thank you so much for bringing that to me. And now I feel like it's only fair, and I don't know if I've adequately prepared you for this, but we're about to have a little show that I like to call Wheel of Filters. So what you need to do is go on the smiley face with the sparkles.
Okay.
And click on it, and that's going to show you down below should pop up a bunch of circles with filters on them.
Oh my.
Oh my, I know. It's a whole new world down there. So if you can find one that you like that is funny, we're going to have a conversation. Oh, dude, you're like a fish out of a bubble lid or something. So I'm going to go a little funny on you here. I've created this guy, if I can find it. There he is.
Oh, how did you make that? Oh,
I found it on the internet.
Oh, look at a cartoon.
Yes, maybe you should be. Maybe that's it.
I don't know. I don't see. Oh wait.
Uh-oh.
What is this?
Yeah, oh my. Oh my, is it bunny rabbit time?
Hey. Yes, it is. I'm a bunny.
Okay. So I believe okay, let's figure out. We've got a scenario where a pirate would talk to a bunny. Wait. I've got no. What if we're stranded on a desert island and you were on your way, I don't know where you would be going as a rabbit.
On an island. Where would I be going?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Where do rabbits hang out? There's got to be like okay, we're just stranded in the Bermuda Triangle. We find ourselves, I've just crash landed and you are a bunny on the island. Okay, that's our scene. Here we go. Oh, that was a very dangerous and treacherous trip. Are you a rabbit?
I am a rabbit.
You're a giant rabbit.
Giant.
I've never seen such a thing.
I'm actually the Easter Bunny.
Oh, that makes so much sense. I've been telling people that you're real, and they told me that you weren't. But it turns out here you are in the flesh. Where did you come from?
Well, I spend my time on this island waiting for Easter every single year, and this is where I hang out so that nobody can find me.
That's so smart. I mean, because people can get in, but they can't get out. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Well, I'm off to go find something else since I can't eat rabbit any longer. Thank you so very much. Anyway, so hey, let's give the people what they came for, because I know that it is. Do you want to share a song with us? Are you ready? You prepared with your glitter guitar, with your brand new? Oh, Easter Island, Carly Smith, so freaking smart. How did we miss that joke?
Oh my gosh.
So good. Really good.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I'd love to share a song with you. This is my single that's out right now.
That you would be touring if only.
Exactly. I know it's been really strange to release an album and release a single and then all of a sudden be told you can't go out and promote it.
Completely, yeah.
But there have been so many positives, you know, just always trying to think on the bright side of things, that you know, I've been able to do all of these Instagram lives and stuff with different radio stations, and it's actually just been so great for the single, which I, you know, who knows how many of them I would have been able to see if I was on the road doing shows and stuff. So it's actually been great. And,
Good. I'm so glad.
and thank you. And so this song is about, I wrote it with two girls here in Nashville, Alex Klein and Allison Belts Cruz. And I had written a ton of breakup songs. You know, I had gone through a breakup and just was kind of like, I'm over writing these sad songs. Like I'm not in that mental space anymore. You know, I'm feeling very positive and optimistic. And so we wanted to write just kind of a hopeful love song, like a song about looking for love and not settling until you find something great. So
cool. Do it to it.
Somebody like that.
Pickup lines and dive bar strangers slow dance. I've seen happy hour 2 for 1 serve one night stands. I've seen neon rebounds, late night drunk dives. I've seen that Cinderella fairy tale go up in cigarette smoke. I've seen 2 hearts beg it all and still end up broke. The real thing won't be yeah, it might take a while, but I want that all in falling, keep the fire burning like the first time, feel it no matter what. If I'm gonna love somebody like that, kind of heart, open arms, says forever and never take it back. If I'm gonna love somebody like that. I still remember Mama walking down the living room stairs, Daddy saying with a smile, that's my girl right there. They've had their share of ups and downs, and that's so the best and the worst and the work and the worth it to get to that all.
Yeah, Tenille Arts, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Basically Instagram touring that single as we speak all of the time. Well, hey, that's really great. You said you'd written a lot of breakup songs before. What do you think was the thing that helped you transition into not feeling so much about it? Was it just time, or was it more inspiration, or did you get some perspective? What was it?
Yeah, I think it was time and just kind of realizing that, you know, that relationship wasn't right. And I think it's, you know, you can only grieve that for so long. And it was just, yeah, I think for a long time, it was just me not realizing, I guess, what I deserve and what I should have out of a relationship. And so I think once I realized that, I was just like, I don't miss that because it it wasn't making me feel better about myself or anything like that. So now I've found somebody that is so great, and I'm just like, why did I waste so much time, you know,
Sure.
thinking about it? So yeah.
Did you find somebody like that then, or?
I did. So crazy story. I met this guy, and at the Somebody Like That music video, I like texted him. I was like, if you want to stop by, you know, I'm filming this music video today. We had only hung out a couple of times, and so he stopped the video. He stayed there the whole time, and it was so cool. So yeah, I was just like,
we lost you for a little bit. You said he stopped by. I lost you right there.
Oh yeah. He stopped by for almost the whole music video and hung out, and it was just like, it was really cool to have my Somebody Like That right there as I was filming it. So
that's cool. Do you think it helped translate into your performance in the video?
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
It was still a little fresh at that time. I get it. Okay. Really cool. Hey, so let me swap a song with you. This is so I found my Somebody Like That a little while ago. We've been married 10 years tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's a big deal. But we, in the midst of that, even after you found somebody, life can get you down. But the funny thing is, once you get over that hump, that idea that love is the thing that always keeps getting you down, guess what? Like, life's going to keep kicking your ass, like, over and over again. And we just went through a really rough spell. And somebody requested this last week, but I didn't get to it. So I just wanted to hit you with this one. So this is what you have to look forward to, I guess, if you will. This song is called Good Enough. So. Bottle of champagne back in the fridge, fancy gold cap. We were holding out for the Dom Perignon. It ain't that, but the way I see it, it's good enough. Remind me again, what would we say from that already happened? A Grand Slam win, a perfect moment. Well, how about now? 'Cause the way we've been running, I'd say it's good enough. The dream's been lost and found. We had our ups and fallen downs, and this going's been tough. So let's celebrate us. Can't keep waiting for the good times, good times. Can't keep slaving through these rainy days. We're both in this for a long ride, long ride. Ain't that good enough? Ain't that good enough, babe? Finally found that fixer-upper on May 10th. And if we slap on paint and decorate, we can make the rent. And there's room for 2, maybe 3. And that's good enough. There's a full moon tonight, so let's turn down the lights. And if the heat don't run, I bet we can make some. Can't keep waiting for the good times, good times. Can't keep slaving through these rainy days. We're both in this for a long ride, long ride. Ain't that good enough? Ain't we good enough, baby? No, to raise them up and drink them down, just like we won the lottery. Baby, it's true, I found you, and that's winning to me. So cake and rice, hearts and love, 2 rings, in fact, it was good enough for us back then. How about that? Can't keep waiting for the good times, good times. Can't keep slaving for these rainy days. We're both in this for a long time, joy. Ain't that good enough? Ain't we good enough? Ain't that good enough? I know you're good enough, babe. There it is. That's good.
I love that.
Well, thanks so much. Yeah,
Awesome.
do you like my little pick grab there when I completely forgot to grab it before I started it? I knew it. Didn't get it. Hey, thank you so much for your time today. Yeah,
Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
Yeah,
I love
man.
it. It's spreading smiles and happiness. So it's awesome.
Listen, we all need a few of those here and there. So hey, I hope that when you get back out on the road and you get to support this thing, that you get the reactions that you want and expect to deserve. And I appreciate you guys for coming out. I also want to thank everybody else for tuning in. We're here every Thursday and every Sunday with a new guest, but not all of them are Tenille Arts, let's be honest. So, Tenille, we usually leave with one very, very special thing. I don't know, did you prepare something for us? Did you bring an ending for us today?
I sure did.
Okay, good.
This is my dad joke.
Okay.
How did Harry Potter get down the hill?
I don't know.
Walking. JK, rolling.
Hey! Nerd joke. You just called yourself out, and I think it's freaking awesome. Dobby X? I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody. That was Tenille Arts. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. Take care of yourself, okay?
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye, everybody.
Bye.